Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Andreea, and in today's video I'm not going to talk about makeup or skincare or anything beauty related. This video is going to be about the things that I've bought during the lockdown. And here's the thing, if you're new to my channel, you should probably go watch some other video because this is not at all specific to the kind of content I like to upload in here. However, every time I've ordered something online and it came, I posted on stories, and a lot of you asked me after I purchased things, like how it's like, is it nice, is it working nice? And I didn't really get to give you guys a review to all of the things that I've bought. So this is what this video is all about. A little disclaimer before we actually talk about every single item I bought. I want you to understand a little bit why I had to get the things that I got. So me and Alex, we're living in Paris for the last 3.5 years, and we already changed 2 apartments. We actually thought that for the last 7 years, we changed 6 different places. So every time we would get into an apartment, we would get furniture, we would make it, a home, just like normal people do. But every single time we would spend a good amount of money on furniture, and all of a sudden you want new sheets because you have a different size bed, and so on and so forth. And the point is that for this apartment where we're living right now, it's a 1-bedroom apartment, we were like, this is temporary. We knew from the very beginning we are not going to be living in this apartment for very long. And we decided not to invest as much as we did for our previous apartments where we stayed, because it's literally just a waste of money. This apartment was completely empty. Like, the kitchen is so ugly. It's so old and ugly, but it is what it is. And then it did not have, how when you rent an empty apartment, it didn't have an oven, it didn't have a microwave, and so on and so forth. The reason why I'm telling you this is because we never really got to invest much in this apartment. But now, since we had all of this time and we started to clean, we started to cook, we started to organize every single tiny thing in this apartment, we realized we kind of need stuff. Like, for example, the vacuum cleaner. We had a really old one and it was fine, it was just fine. I have no complaints, but it was one of those old that has like a filter, like a bag where all the dirt gets in, and you have to literally like take it out, replace it from time to time, and we wanted to get fancy. And I made the mistake, because it's my mistake. I made the mistake to get on my stories on Instagram and ask you guys, like, guys, I want to get a vacuum cleaner. And here's the thing. If you ever going to complain about my 25 euros lipstick that I recommend, when I asked you guys, what do you think? Should I get the Dyson? You guys sent me like the craziest expensive options. And I thought the Dyson that I wanted was expensive. But no. I found out there are others much more expensive. And a lot of you were recommending that. And I'm like, wait, is this the same audience that is asking me to do drugstore? And then a lot of you were like, oh, Andreea, it's all about priorities. And I was like, okay, I guess I never prioritize the vacuum cleaner. So after a little bit of research, I got the Dyson V11 something, like the one that has that little monitor on the back. What I really like about it, first of all, is that it really takes every single piece of dust. If you're American, you probably don't have a lot of dust in your house because you guys use a lot the air conditioning and you don't really open the windows as much, or at least this is what I've noticed in LA and New York. But in Europe, first thing we do when we wake up, we open the doors. Let the air, the dust, the bees, let everything come into my apartment. This is what the main part, I'm not going to bring in here the whole thing, but the reason why I took this one and not the cheaper one, because I was thinking about getting the cheaper one, but this version you could actually get to see how much battery you have. And I saw a lot of reviews kind of complaining about the battery, but then my apartment is so small that I don't really need more than like 15 minutes to actually vacuum everywhere. I keep this at medium because it's still strong, but it also saves a lot of battery. I really like the fact that it's so strong and it's just so easy. No filters involved. So here's where all the dirt gets. And guys, there's a lot of dust. We kind of have the windows open all the time, so it's impossible not to have a lot of dust. This guy, definitely worth the money. I'm not feeling sorry for getting this because this is the kind of thing that I could take to my next home. It's an investment. That's what I meant. That's what I keep on telling myself so that so that it's worth the money. Like, it's an investment, and that it's an investment. You're a grown up. You have to have a good vacuum cleaner. Moving on to the next thing. So before the lockdown, we actually had this very nice lady that would come to our place once a week and would help us clean. And she would also iron. A week before the lockdown, she came to us and she said, listen, the iron is not as strong. We had one of those Tefal or Philips. It was Philips. Philips iron that has like a tank of water. And listen, guys, I bought that 5 or 6 years ago. And then she said that it's not working as well. I remember that after she left, I plugged it to see if it's working. And then I press on that button with the steam, where the steam pressure is. It looked fine to me. And I was like, whatever. I don't know what she's talking about. But then later, when I wanted to iron the sheets, it wasn't strong enough. My sheets turned out to be all wrinkly. I had to get a new iron. I just had to. And again, I looked on Amazon. It's like 100, 150 euros for a new iron. I was like, okay, 150. I mean, for a good one, for like a really good one, I could pay the money. It's fine. I'm an adult right now. I need to have good quality things, And again, I make the mistake to show you guys what I wanted to buy from Amazon. And then some of you ladies out there are like, this iron is a joke. Say what? What do you mean it's a joke? But you have a better option than this? What? What is it? I want to know. The messages pollute. No, Andrea, if you want to get the best, you have to get Laurastar. Laurastar, Laurastar, Laurastar. Everywhere. And I was like, what is this? I never even heard of this brand. Do they make espresso machines as well? Like, what is it with this brand? And then I asked someone. We actually exchange a lot of like messages, and I give her advices, and then she gives me advices. She's a little bit older than me. If you're watching, hi Carla. At some point she's like, listen, it's a really, really good one. And if you want the best, you would have to get Laurastar. And I get on YouTube and I type Laurastar iron machine. You guys, it's like, it makes you think that you're gonna have all your together. It's that kind of product that you're like, this is it. Besides that, what I really loved about that ad, it was not a woman ironing. I hate that. Every single time they're talking about an iron, a vacuum cleaner, anything that has to do with cleaning, there's always a woman. Why? To be completely honest with you, I never vacuum. I said it. Okay? Alex does it. So what? He likes it, and he's better than me. When it comes to ironing, I get angry if I let Alex iron his shirt. I'm like, get out of here. I'll do it for you. Maybe he does this on purpose. He's like, I'm gonna screw it because my crazy wife is gonna come and she will want to do it herself. Oh my god, this is totally legit. That's why he's doing it. Back to my iron. First of all, the steam. It looks like the steam is going to like make your wrinkles go away. It's like such a powerful steam. Don't point that to your face. That was a joke. And then the second thing, the man ironing. I mean, genius. Good marketing. The third thing that really got me was the design. It's so pretty. And you guys know I'm a sucker for pretty stuff. And I bought it. This is my sexy monster. I could have bought it in pink because I really like pink. But then I'm like, no, I'll buy it in blue. I like blue too. Blue is fine. Another thing that I wanted to point out is that you can also iron vertically. So you could literally just, use it as a steamer, you know? And I couldn't have been happier because you guys know when I film my beauty videos, I usually have a backdrop, and the backdrop is usually just a piece of fabric that needs to be ironed. And we have a steamer, but we were cheap and got like a small one. This guy makes the whole difference. Another thing that I read on the website is that it destroys all bacteria. Now, if I think about it, probably every single iron in this world will be able to kind of destroy all the bacteria. I've just plugged this, turn it on, so that you could see how strong the steam is. Sit well in there. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about the price. You guys already know how much is the Dyson. It's well known that Dyson is expensive, right? But the Laurastar, who heard about Laurastar before? I never heard about Laurastar before. But I paid $3.99. It came in 3 days though, like magic. So did Dyson. When I saw the price, I was like, what? Never in my life would I thought that I would pay that much money. Like, what are you gonna do during this lockdown? I'm gonna vacuum and I'm gonna iron. Beat that. Now, you're probably going to ask, like, are you happy with it? Listen, I am happy with it because I don't really have like a crazy iron to compare it with. My old one was a Philips. So I don't know. I was happy with that as long as I had it and as long as it worked. And I could tell you this one is much better. Some women hate ironing, some women love it. I personally love it because you see all that wrinkly pieces of fabric and then just cross with the iron. Smooth. You know, it's like so pleasant to the eye. I do not have OCD, no. What am I talking about? I wake up one day, I work out, and after every single workout, I like to have a special protein shake that I think it's the most delicious thing in the world. I eat that because I genuinely like it. Basically, I work out so that I eat that because this is how I trained myself, my mind. I don't eat that unless I work out. So I do my workout, you know, I'm rushing to make my protein shake. I never had a blender. Since I moved here, I never really had a blender. I had a food processor, okay? And that worked fine. That morning, I'm like, it didn't work. I click again, it didn't work. I was like, okay, it's not plugged. It's not plugged. I look and it was plugged. I pressed it again and realized it burned. It died on me that day, right when I was supposed to have my protein shake. So ever since I am like interested a little bit in cooking, I wanted to get a Vitamix. But the price always like put it off for me. Like, no, like I'm never gonna pay that much money for a blender. It's just a blender. And again, all of you were like, oh my God, it's gonna change your life. Some people are like, I have it for 10 years. I have it for 12 years. I'm using it every day. I make my soups with it. Okay, it is time. Here's the thing. If I think about it, if I would have bought the Vitamix when I actually wanted a long time ago, it would have probably saved me a lot of money because I bought a lot of cheap blenders throughout the years that just broke. So that was a lesson, you know? I went on Amazon and I bought my Vitamix 2500i. Much more expensive than on their official website. So if you go on official website and you click in there for United States as in location, the price is like half of what I've paid. Almost. Not really. I'm exaggerating. But you get the point. And I was waiting for my Vitamix forever. And I did not work out while I was waiting for my Vitamix because there was no reward. When it finally came and I did my very first shake, you guys, I knew nothing. I did not know the real taste of smooth, finely blended ice, but I finally experienced and I would never go back. Vitamix is the gods of blenders. Now I'm one of them, one of those women that messaged me before and they're like, I make my soups, I make my shakes, I make my almond milk. I use my Vitamix every single day. For my protein shake, I do my almond milk. Every 3 days, I would make almond milk. It's so easy to make. 250 grams of almonds. You let it soak throughout the night, and then in the morning, you put them in the blender along with 1 liter of water, a little bit of salt, and I also put 1 date for the sweetness. And there you have the most delicious almond milk ever. The one that you make yourself, there's no comparison with anything else. And this is what leads me to my next purchase, my nut bag. This sounds so lame, but this changed my life. I've always been making my own almond milk. I love almond milk. I don't have any dietary restriction. I eat like a pig, whatever I want. However, I really, really love almond milk. And back in the days, I would still use my food processor for that. Yeah, I know. In order to make your almond milk, you need to squeeze basically the milk out of the almonds, after you put them in the blender. And back in the days, I would use like a cloth and I put it inside like a ball. It was just a pain, It never even crossed my mind to look for special bags. Until one day when I was scrolling through Instagram and I see this guy that I personally know, Ruslan. He's a hairstylist that I love. You have to follow him on Instagram. He's amazing. And he shared his recipe of, making almond milk. And he was using the Vitamix, whatever. And then I see him pour the almonds inside a bag like this. I'm like, wait, what? And he says, oh, you could get these bags from Amazon. They're so cheap and you could reuse them. They have this? This is the proof. I went immediately on Amazon and I bought this. Unfortunately, Amazon at that time would not allow me to buy more than 2, but it's fine. It's perfect. 2 are just more than enough because you throw this in the washing machine. They're just amazing. If you are the kind of person that loves to make your own nut milk, whatever you do, like almonds, cashew, pistachio. One of my friends is doing pistachio and she said, oh my god, it's delicious. I'm gonna try that too. Next thing that I bought, my milk frother. If you follow me on Instagram, I like to post my morning coffee. I drink 1 coffee every day and I love to froth the milk. I love that foamy milk on top of my coffee. It just makes my morning special, magical. And the taste of the milk, it's so soft. It's like you're drinking an expensive coffee on a restaurant in Monaco. It's an experience. I've already had one, but remember when I mentioned about my cleaning lady? She's a very nice person. However, she's new. Right before the lockdown, she decided that this can go into the dishwasher. Needless to say that it completely ruined it. I got it out, I let it dry, and it didn't work. This goes on top of a little plate that has a plug, so you plug it. It doesn't just work like that. It needs power. Yeah, that one died. So I had to buy another one, and I bought the exact same one. I'd never heard of this brand, Arendo. I don't know if they do milk frothers, espresso machines, vacuum cleaners. I don't know what they do. However, I'm very happy with this milk frother. It makes excellent foam. I bought this from Amazon. It's like 20 something euros. So now I can, happily drink my coffee. But for about a week, it was so sad. I know that your next question is probably, do you put in there almond milk? Yes. I feel the need to say that this video was not sponsored and I have purchased every single one of the items that I've mentioned, and I do not have any affiliate links for you. I wish I had, but no, I do not. That was it, guys. What you don't know about me is that I can talk a lot. What about you, ladies? I know I'm not the only one that has been buying stuff online. I want to know your craziest, don't be shy, your craziest purchase since the lockdown. Hit me hard. I know you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Check out some other videos because that's where it shows my, expertise and why people are following me in here. This is not, this people don't follow me for this, okay? Thanks for watching. Bye. And I usually keep, you kind of figure the fact that I don't really vacuum, right? It's Alex that does it.